God sees you in your season right now. Maybe you feel like you're in a wilderness season right now and you're striving for something or just walking in circles. You don't really know where you're heading. Everything is feeling like it's falling apart. But I want you to know that God sees you and he's meeting you in this season. Not only is he meeting you in this season, he's walking through it with you. Perhaps he even led you to it. This is a good thing. This means God is refining you. He's creating something in you that can only come to fruition in the season you're in and could not come to fruition in any other season. Everybody has heard that diamonds are made under pressure. And that's a cliche, but I think it's still true in a season like what you're going through. There's a story in the Bible that's a lot like this. When God brought the Israelites up out of Egypt, where they were enslaved for many years, there's a transition period between God bringing the Israelites up out of Egypt and the Israelites arriving to the promised land. This transition was called the wilderness season, where the Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years. There's an important part of this story that I want to talk to you about today to stress my main point that God sees you. Not only does God see you, he loves you, he wants what's best for you, and he's refining something inside of you right now to prepare you for what he's got next, to help you to be a good steward of what he's bringing towards you. The Israelites were brought up out of Egypt through many miracles that God directly performed for them. The crossing of the Red Sea, which involved the parting of the Red Sea when Moses held up his staff and the seas split so the Israelites could walk through it. And then the Egyptians were chasing them at that very same time. But just as the Israelites made it ashore, God settled the waters and wiped out the Egyptians who were chasing them. This was a miracle. That's not something you see every day. And these miracles inspired all of Israel to write songs of praise and adoration to God. And they were celebrating the work that God had done, the miracles that they'd seen unfold right in front of their very eyes. It did not take long after for them to start complaining and to forget, but become discontent in where they were at. Not only did they become discontent, they started wishing that they could go back to Egypt. This really convicted me as I was reading it because I find myself to be in a wilderness season right now. And I oftentimes think, Lord, I want to go back to Egypt. I'm not talking literally, of course. I'm talking the Egypt of my life, which is where God brought me out of. And the thing he stressed over and over to me, and the thing he stressed to the Israelites over and over in Exodus, is that I, the Lord, have brought you out of Egypt by the strength of my hand. God has rescued you from the season that you were in. And there's purpose in that. He's delivering you from something bad to something good. But it's so easy to look at what we had and to think, man, it would be better than where we're at right now. The Israelites were looking at the provisions they had in Egypt. Mind you, they were slaves. Their value was based on the work that they could provide to the Egyptians. So if they didn't provide any value, they were no good to the Egyptians, and horrible things happened to them up to the point of death. The Israelites said, but we had food, we had shelter, we had everything we needed, and we want to go back. If I were God in this position, I would say, have you not seen what I've done, and do you not trust what I'm doing? But that's not how God responds. He responds by giving them manna for the day. And manna was literally bread that was appearing each morning, and the Israelites would eat. But they would take only what they needed. That's what God told them. Take only what you need for the day. Manna for the day. Jesus references this. He instructed them not to store up more than they needed, because the temptation and the worldly wisdom that we still have today is, well, take what you need, store it up, and then you have some more for tomorrow. When they tried to do that, they didn't actually store it. They would leave it, and then they would try to come back tomorrow the next morning. When they came back the next morning, it was all moldy and full of worms. It was bad, and it stank. The story in this, God told them not to leave any, but to take exactly what they need to instill in them not legalism, but to instill in them a reliance on him, so that they would know that he's the Lord, their God, and that he loves them, and that he will provide their every need. Could you be in a similar season right now? Is there something in your life that God is showing you, hey, I want you to rely on me. I'm going to provide your needs. I will give you manna for the day. I just want you to know that I am the Lord your God. That's God's heart in it. I believe that's God's heart for you in this season. You can't see God looking back at Egypt. You won't. He's taken you out of there, but he's not there anymore. That's not where he's leading you. He's leading you somewhere new. But right now, he's in the wilderness with you. You will see God when you look to the wilderness. You'll find him there. Exodus chapter 16, verse 10 says, They, the children of Israel, looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud. When you look at the wilderness, you're going to find God's glory appearing. You're going to find God showing up in ways you never thought possible. And he will always bring you manna for the day. Just when things look like, Lord, I need help. I need your saving hand because I can't do this on my own. And we're going towards destruction. When things look like, Lord, I don't have any way to pay my bills this month, he will show up. And when he does, you will know that he is the Lord your God. Trust me, I'm not saying this to beat you over the head with it. I'm saying this as an encouragement to you because I'm seeing it play out in my own life as I speak to you right now. God is showing up in incredible ways, and I don't know where he's leading, but he's got me in a wilderness season, and he's teaching something and molding something inside of me that I can't learn in any other season. And I'm not walking through this perfectly. I'm preaching to myself, but I just want to share this with you because I woke up feeling tremendously discouraged this morning because I'm striving after many things, but the Lord is telling me to stop striving and to just seek him and to know that he is the Lord my God and that he sees me in my season. He loves me. He knows what I want. He knows what I need, and he's going to provide what I need, even if it comes into friction with what I want or what I think I want. Because there are things in my life that I've wanted that looking back, I'm so thankful the Lord has either brought me out of or didn't bring to me in the first place. So I want this to be an encouragement to you that God sees you in this season. He sees your discomfort. He sees your pain, your sorrow, your uncertainty, your worries, your anxieties. And he loves you. He's got a plan for you. He's creating something in you to steward what he has coming your way. And in his timing, this season will come to an end. Be blessed.